Hello and welcome to the Sports Betting Podcast. I'm Scott Baxter. Yesterday I spoke about myself and also the podcast itself. What's it going to include? Today I'm going to speak about odds, value, staking and bankrolls. I'll also be explaining to you about the difference between a bet and a gamble. It's very important. The reason that I'm doing this is because there's so much nonsense spoken about sports betting on either social media or even gambling companies themselves. To give you an example, builder bets. I mean, it's a gamble. Anyway, move on for that. The reason that I'm doing this is because I want to tell people that bet on sport how to do it properly, and I want to help sports betting punters how to either lose less or win more. Okay, so let's start odds. You can either use fractional or decimalised odds. Most bookmakers offer both. I use fractional odds because that's what I've always used, and there's some things about it that makes it easier for me to understand not only my returns or what it's going to come out to be, also the percentage win chance that I have of a particular bet winning. I'll give you an example. 6 to 4, if you add 6 and 4 together you get 10. We're looking for a percentage, so you start off with 100, you divide it by 10. The right hand set of 6 to 4 is 4. That's what you're betting on. There's 10 chances of it when you're betting on the 4 chances, not the 6 chances. You're betting on the 4 chances. So if you divide 100 by 10, you get 10. If you multiply it by 4, because that's what your bet is, you get 40. That means 6 to 4 equals a 40% chance of winning. We can look at it the other way, 4 to 6, which is slightly odds on. Add the two together, you're going to come to 10. You're looking for a percentage, so you start with 100, you divide by 10, you multiply by 6 because it's the right hand side of the bet that you're betting on, and you multiply it by 6, you come out with 60. Therefore, a 4 to 6 chance has a 60% chance of winning. It's the same for even money. It's written as 1 to 1. So you add those two together, obviously it's 2. You're looking for a percentage. So you start with 100, you divide by 2, it equals 50. 1 to 1, you don't need to multiply it up, you've got it right there. It's a 50% chance of winning. And it's the same all the way through. You can do it 2 to 1, so there's 3. You add the 2 together, you divide 100 by 3, it's 33.33, recurring, as the academics will tell you. 2 to 1 is you've got a 33% chance of winning. You can do it all the way up. It's the same for 5 to 2, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 1 to 2. It's all the same. You use the same starting point, 100. You're looking for a percentage. You divide it by the total amount of odds that you see 4 to 6, 6 to 4, 2 to 1, it really doesn't matter. You divide 100 by that number and you multiply it by the right hand side number. If it's if it's 1, you can leave it as it is. If it's 2, you need to multiply it by 2 to get the right percentage chance of you winning. It's really important that you're able to distinguish between those differences. It's really important when you come to value. We're speaking about value now, and the type of bets that you're looking for are, they always contain value. So in a way you have to handicap the sporting event yourself, and you're going to want to pick something that is, in your opinion, it's going to contain value. So to give you an example, something's priced at, I don't know, well, let's say 6 to 4. Decimalised, that's written as 2.5. By the way, 4 to 6 is written 1.5. But anyway, value. We're going to use an example of 6 to 4, and an example of value would be, okay, it's a bet at 6 to 4 and its value all the way down to even money. That's value. You're getting offered bigger odds than what you perceive that chance to be. So as we spoke about in the beginning, 6 to 4 has a 40% chance of winning. Maybe you think actually in reality it has a 50% chance of winning, therefore it's value all the way down to even money. So that's what you're looking for. Or alternatively, you look at 6 to 4, it's got a 40% chance of winning, and if you're being offered less than even money, it's not a bet. It's not a bet. It doesn't contain value. So it's something that we'll get on to a bit more about when I speak about tomorrow. I'm going to speak about how to bet on sport properly, and it includes a bit bankrolls and staking, but we'll cover all that in greater detail then. If I speak about staking now, it's something that you're going to want to get right. It's really important when it comes to calculating people's betting performance. So staking wise, if you're betting properly, you want to be you've got to standardize it so you can calculate performance. If your bet is 1,000 whatever pounds, dollars, it really doesn't matter. If your bet at even money 1 to 1 is 1,000, your bet depends how you split it up. We'll speak about it in greater depth tomorrow, but your stake at 6 to 4, you're looking for the returns to be your profit to be the same as what your profit would be staking 1,000 at even money, which obviously returns 1,000 as well. So at 6 to 4, you want to stake it so that you're winning 6 to 4. Off the top of my head, it's about 650. You can work it out to the penny if you want to. It's up to you. The other thing that we'll speak about in greater depth tomorrow is bankrolls, but to give you an idea, your bankroll is your total money that you've set aside to bet with, and you have to proportionate quantify it, and therefore your staking becomes a lot easier. But like I say, we're going to speak about that in greater detail tomorrow. But bankrolls essentially is the total amount that you've set aside to bet with, not gamble with. Gambling comes from your pocket. But anyway, let's speak about the difference between a bet and a gamble. It's really important. It's probably the most important thing that a sports betting punter will do is realise this difference. What I can say of working in the gambling industry is 99.9% of the people that work in the gambling industry don't know this either. They just grip it on as the same, but it's not. Okay, so the difference between a bet and a gamble. So we'll do the gambling first. Gambling is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be entertainment. It's if you're gambling, you need to keep your stakes low, and preferably the odds big. I'm going to be doing something about horse racing, and also actually I was just watching something that reminded me today about this, but the Ryder Cup is coming up soon. It's gamble too, but something that isn't entertaining to watch. I'll cover that when we come to it, but a gamble comes for your pocket. It's really important to understand that once you've paid for all your bills, all your food, everything, the money that you've got left in your pocket is what you can gamble with. Don't make the mistake of gambling with money that you don't actually have, or that it's going to affect your life negatively if you lose. So the other thing about gambling is some sports are gambles only. I spoke about horse racing, but any lower league football, any lower league rugby, any lower league American football, any lower league basketball, anything like that is a gamble, and I'll tell you why. It's because the players are not as good as the best players, therefore they're less consistent and they're less likely to gel properly as a team. When it comes to betting, you want something that's reliable to bet on. The other reason that a lot of those lower leagues and certain sports are gambles, the bookie knows that they're gambles. They will promote those events. They will advertise all kind. Like at the moment, we have a company, BetMGM, that's all over horse racing, and I'm noticing it's all over football as well. And yeah, yeah, they're looking for punters that gamble. Um, so it comes from your own pocket. A gamble. It's supposed to be fun and entertaining. You know, that's why I'm going to speak about it when it comes to horse racing and certain other events that are gambles, but I want to watch. So therefore, I'm gonna want to gamble on them. I'm so yeah. I will be covering it. The difference between a gamble, which is the lower league stuff, it's the less reliable players, etc., and a bet. A bet is on teams that you have the consistency, have the better players. They are more reliable to bet on. The other reason that you want to bet on these is because you want to base your opinion on something that you watch and you make your own opinion up about it. Yeah, some of your opinion is going to be what you hear pundits speak about the game or the team or that player or the manager, and that is all goes towards your opinion. Um, the other reason that you want to be betting on those sports is because the bookie will let you gamble or bet more on those selections like top leagues, football, international sports, all that kind of thing. If I was a bookie now and you came on in to put £10,000 on, I draw Manchester United or let's say Liverpool to beat West Ham. I wouldn't even look at that bet twice. If you came into the bookie and you wanted to place £10,000 on, it's like, please don't take offence if you support any of these teams, but I could say any team, Stalybridge, Celtic, Forfar, if you're coming in to put £10,000 on those teams, straight away as a bookie, I'm going to be looking at you and questioning, has this guy got inside information, or is he trying to affect the game, or what happens in those cases for a bookmaker? I call the race room. I tell them I've got some guy, a stranger, that wants to put £10,000 on Forfar. Is it okay if I put it on? The guy at the end of the line is going to tell me, don't take it, offer him £2,000 on Forfar, or cut the odds and offer him that. So you don't want to get in those situations. You don't want to be, listen, if you bet £10,000 on like a really poor rubbish, it doesn't matter what it is, and it wins, probably next time you come in, I'm not even going to take your bet. If you appear at nowhere and you want £10,000 on some obscure team to win, I'm not going to look at it. But if you're coming in to put £10,000 on Liverpool to win their match, I'm not even going to look at it twice. I'm not even going to phone the race room. I'm just going to take your bet. I'm going to put it on. It's something to be aware of when you get right down to it. But listen, tomorrow I'm going to speak about how to bet on sport properly. And it's really simple. But until then, take care. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the link of the subscribe link. Hit the like, and also leave a comment. If you have any questions about what I've said, please leave a comment in below. So take care until tomorrow. Good luck.